Hey everybody, Larry here. Welcome back to the Whit-Acre Way. Just got to camp. Got the trailer unloaded. Got the side-by-side and the Polaris Sportsman all maintained. And we're gonna head down to the spring and get the spring water going. I think the coolest it's supposed to be next week is 26 degrees out, but since the water will be moving, I think we should be okay. I think it was just the one night it was supposed to get down to 26, so but we're gonna get the spring water moving at least, and see you down there. I'm sure a few of you remember that's our spring barrel where we get a lot of the water out of. It's kind of like our reserves if the spring does slow down and stop. And then here's the actual spring. And it looks like it's flowing pretty good. So we're going to, looks like it's flowing over the top too, from the top. Part of the spring too. Well, we're gonna put this onto the hose. Get it a little clean in here. I might actually go get a brush. Maybe not. We'll see. Maybe we will. I don't know. Let's see if we can at least clean this tube out. Well, let's just see if it's going to eventually come out the bottom. Should, once the air gets out of it. Yeah, it is. Just kind of trickling right now, which is fine. Kind of got to hold it up for a second. Put it back down. There we go. Get all that nasty crap out of there. Like the... I guess you would call that sediment. I don't know. Get all that nasty crap out of it. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this in the side of the barrel. Dang, it's flowing really good. This is just 3/4 inch pipe. I'm just going to let that flow through there a little while. It'll fill that up. We'll slosh that barrel around a bit and see if we can shake it up. Most starting to be coming out because the dog's looking at it. Yeah, see that's. I think we're gonna clean that out a little bit better. So I'm super impressed by that water right now. The old truck's taking a drink. I'm sure it's super cold, but yeah, that's coming out. My guess is probably 2 or 3 gallons a minute. But the water coming out of the bin is starting to clean up a little bit. I just kind of want to shake it around a little bit and kind of get it stirred up. Put it back in here. Stir it back up and get it cleaned out again. Unfortunately, this drum doesn't have a removable top. It just has these plugs or bungs, if you will. You can still see that's coming out pretty nasty. Maybe we'll let that flow for a little while. go find something else to do for a little bit. I'd imagine that'll keep it stirred up pretty good. Alright, let's go do something else. We'll get back to this. Alright, so I've always wanted to do this. I want to see how fast this is flowing. We're going to put it right into the 5-gallon bucket. We're coming up on 1 minute real soon here. Right about now is exactly a minute. So 5 gallons a minute is what this is flowing right now. That's pretty darn good. Alright, well, I got 5 chestnut trees to plant. I've had them in this bucket now for, I don't know, a little over a month. They're bare root trees. I got them from Levi Morgan off of Outdoors with the Morgans. He would be Mike Morgan's son. But I got a couple off him before, and we're gonna go plant these, at least one of them for now, down closer to the chestnut tree I've been growing now for 2 or 3 years. They need like a pollinator, so it's best to have 2 or 3 in the area, like, I don't know, within 15 or 20 feet or so. They like sunlight too. I have a couple tree grow tubes from a buddy of mine at work, Jimmy. They were like a 3-pack. As the tree grows, you can kind of extend them, so they're kind of like telescopic. But I had to take a couple apart. I ended up buying a few more off another guy off of I believe it was Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. I don't recall, one of the two. And I have a few of those. They look a little different. They're kind of like smushed down. I think I probably should have put a zip tie around them and, you know, got them back to their true round shape. But we'll get those to work too. These trees are pretty small. They're about a foot, maybe 1.5 feet in length right now. But as you can see, they've been in my garage. So we need to get these planted. So let's go do at least one of them right now, and then I'd like to do 2 or 3 up on the hill up towards my dad's place up there, up towards his shanty. We're going to redo his shanty this year too. Get him off the ground, probably 3 or 4 feet. He obviously he doesn't want to be up real high, getting a little older, but we'll get him. He gave me a couple windows, so we're going to put windows in it and walls. He enjoys hunting, but he also enjoys being warm too. So as everybody knows, deer season up here can get pretty cold, all the way down into the negatives. And you know, I don't blame a guy who's, you know, retired and wants to stay warm while he does something he enjoys with his family. So we have some wood to split, and some more crates to fill up, some IBC tote cages to fill up. I got some maple, I got some cherry. There's definitely some oak mixed into there, so we're on our way to heating for next year too. So all right, let's get at least one tree in. Planted one of those chestnut trees right here. It's in the grow tube that Jimmy gave me. Right back there is the old man's hunting shanty, my dad's hunting shanty. From this tree here, my dad's new hunting shanty is going to be right there. We're moving it from here up to here, and I just bought the wood today. We're going to elevate it a few feet and put a nice floor under it for him, some windows, and all that. So yep, got that one planted, got it watered, so moving on to the next one. And we're gonna put the cage around it too, just haven't done that yet. All right, this is a spot I picked. I have another chestnut right over here. I believe I got that from Levi Morgan as well, but that one's growing really well. I'd like to put it down in here a little bit. I know a couple of these little scrub trees I got to cut out of here still, but right here would be a great spot. Kind of like this corner, a lot of doe come up over the hill over here. So eventually I think it'd be nice to have some chestnuts over here for the deer. I obviously don't put any food plots right here, but 20 yards up the hill is where I do a, I think it's 75 by 150 little food plot up there, just additional tonnage, additional green for the deer. So it'd be nice to have these down here as well growing. So I'm gonna get this this put in. I didn't tamp it in real hard. Got the tube around it with a piece of rebar to hold the tube in place. I do plan to do what I did to this tree over here. Let me see if I can get this down without affecting this too much. What I did to this tree over here. And of course, my fingers are covered in dirt. I do want to put in a couple small little T-posts or gardening posts with like this metal wire around it, just to keep the deer far away from it. Kind of does make it a pain in the butt for you know, keeping all the weeds down, but just running around for half an hour with the weed eater at all of our different trees isn't too hard. So I got this one in. I am getting I'm gonna pull the splitter out. We're gonna split all the rest of that and get that out of here. It's kind of an eyesore sitting over here. I don't like a buildup of junk sitting there unless there's a reason for it. So right now there's no reason to have that there other than split it and put it in an IBC tote cage. So, but yeah, got that in there, and we're gonna give it a little bit of fresh water, and we'll call it good. Alright, so we're loading this IBC tote up with a lot of cherry. There's a little bit of oak and maple mixed in. This is all wood that was cut down or pushed down with the excavator whenever we were putting in our new driveway. This trailer is a 4 foot by 8 foot. I believe it's an Old Harbor freight trailer. We got it off a guy local to Pittsburgh. It was heap loaded full of split firewood. So we're gonna finish loading up this IBC tote. We only have a few more logs to go, but this will be great burning wood for next year. We've had this split now for a few months, so we're gonna finish up here. That's the rest of it. We just gotta clean this off. I bought this trailer for like, I think it was like $200 at a yard sale. We don't even plan to use it on the road, but it's a it dumps as well. I had to put a 4 foot by 8 foot pressure treated plywood in here, and then Aaron was able to Thompson water seal that. This was probably 4 or 5 months ago now. It's right before winter. But we're going to use it around the property, and around here you're able to use like farm use trailers to go pick up like a load of stone from the local wood yard up there. But right now we probably still have, I don't know, 15 ton of stone down at the front of the property, so we don't need that for that right now. But this is great for split wood and moving things around. Sometimes you got to do a little maintenance to your machines. Got a little extra grease left over from the grease zerks here. You got to come down here and you got to grease your balls. Driving away in a second because I don't have a ride with me. But that's what we do. other left stick all the way back. Easy, easy, easy. There you go. All right, now curl the bucket. Now bring it in. If you wouldn't have curled it, you would have picked up all that dirt. That's it. Slowly lift up the outriggers, one at a time. Slow. There you go. There you go. Do the other one nice and slow. Because listen, stop. These right here, this will pinch you if your foot's there. So you always got to keep your feet out of the way. I know, but I'm telling you, even as an adult, you have to remember to keep your feet out of here because this is a small, compact tractor, utility tractor. Your feet can get caught in there. So you don't want to do that. Go ahead, pick it up slow. Good. Well, that just about wraps up our video here. Thanks everybody for coming along, and stick with us here as we're going to be making some more videos as the weather starts getting nice. Thanks everybody.